Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Man, I'll tell you, yesterday hit me like a can of whoop-ass, man. I was tired just after noon. I wanted to grab a quick little cat nap, and boom, 3 hours later, I wake up with a scratchy throat. Very weird. But after scraping my nostrils a bit, the COVID lollipop says that I don't have the Rona. So there's that. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? But before we get into the news, a quick update for the foodies. First Watch, a breakfast, brunch, and lunch place, will be opening soon in the festival at Riva in the place that was formerly known as Chili's or Chewy's, depending on what you remember. People rave about it, and the menu really looks very, very good. They do have locations in Glen Burnie and Columbia already, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, I heard that Crumble, a cookie joint, is opening soon at the Annapolis Harbor Center. And I don't mean to diss them at all, but I do have to say that the cookies at any 7-Eleven counter are totally on point. They are actually baked there in the store, and the Salted Sea caramels are fantastic. All right, non-foodie news. An Anne Arundel County school bus with 23 students from Meade Middle School crashed yesterday afternoon. It happened around 3:15 p.m. on Route 198 near Bald Eagle Drive near Laurel. Details are still emerging from Anne Arundel County Police, but we do know that in addition to the bus, there were at least 2 other vehicles involved, and the bus ended up going off of the road and crashing into a tree. 4 students, the driver, and the bus aide were all taken to a local hospital. All injuries were thought to be minor. The students did self-evacuate and were reunited with their parents at the scene. On Friday, the school board will take their vote on offering Dr. Mark Bedell a contract as the next superintendent. It really should be a rubber stamp, as the board is the one that collaboratively came together to find and hire him. However, there is option for public input. The meeting does begin at 2:30 p.m. at the school board headquarters on Riva Road. And if you'd like to sign up to speak in person or virtually, you need to be one of the 10 selected, and you need to sign up before noon today. You want to go to AACPS.org and then navigate over to the board and then testimony. Speaking of a collaborative process, the Anne Arundel County Council passed County Executive Pittman's budget 6-1. This is unusual because it typically falls along party lines. County Councilwoman and County Executive candidate Jessica Hare was the lone dissent. This year's budget includes some minor tax cuts, and it does grow the rainy day fund. Republican Councilman Volke called it a fiscally responsible budget. And with the way we are all dealing with inflation, that's probably a good thing. And I have to say, it is refreshing to see opposite sides working together and realizing that a compromise is indeed possible. 400,000 mail-in ballots are on the way to Marylanders as we speak. If you requested a mail-in ballot, look for it in your mailbox in the coming days. Drop boxes have been placed around the state for you to place them into, or you can mail them in as well. Some dates for you to remember. June 18th, it is the last day to register to vote if you are not registered, or to change your registration. July 7th through 14th will be early voting in person. These locations should be on your voter registration card, and I believe they sent them out to everybody if there were new locations. July 12th is the deadline to request a mail-in ballot for the primary, and July 19th is the primary, the day to vote in person, and also the date where any mail-in ballots must be postmarked. But of all of that, the most important part of it is that you do get out and vote. While there is still a big for sale sign at the Annapolis Mall, the Marley Station Mall has put a big sold sign up. Mason Asset Management and Namdar Realty Group has acquired the mall, and they didn't disclose the amount, but they do say that Namdar will continue to operate the mall as usual and to look forward to some announcements on some new stores and tenants and activities. And this is actually going to be very interesting to watch, as the mall has been in pretty bad shape over the past few years, and they are rebuilding into what I see as a new world of retail. Leadership Anne Arundel is prepping for their tribute event next Monday at Live Casino Hotel, and in advance of that, they have announced 2 honorees for their Distinguished Graduate Award. Circuit Court Justice Kathy Vitale has been neck deep, if not deeper, in community for as long as I can remember as a county councilwoman, a delegate, and finally a judge. She was a 2004 graduate of the flagship program, and that's the one that I did last year, and I highly recommend it. The other honoree is Jerry Slocum, who is a 2020 graduate. He has hit the ground running since graduating. He is the VP at Shore United Bank, formerly Severn Savings Bank, and has hopped on several nonprofit boards in the community, including the Arts Council, Annapolis Rotary, and the ASO. The tribute event is open to the public and a lot of fun. You can get info and tickets at leadershipaa.org/tribute. And congrats to Jerry and Kathy. And as we wrap it up, thrilled, I say, to announce that Maryland Hall is bringing back their Front Stairs series. These are outdoor performances on the front stairs, appropriately enough. Last year and in 2020, it was a fabulous way to get out of the house. You pitch a blanket, listen to some tunes, watch a movie. Kicks off this Friday at 7 p.m. with the Navy Band. Most, but not all, are free, and they do recommend that you register in advance if you're going so they can sort of plan how many people are going to be there. We do have a full series calendar at eyeonannapolis.net, and of course you can see it at marylandhall.org as well. All right, and that is a wrap on the news. On the local business spotlight this weekend, it is Rehab to Perform opening their newest location in Gambrills, and actually there's an open house and ribbon cutting this Thursday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Open to the public, a lot of fun, free food. And next week, you're going to hear about Muralize It. All right, that is it. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and Alpha Engineering. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, because it is Wednesday, we have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All of that gets underway in just a bit, so hang tight.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
One of the most common questions we get: how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today at 410-599-1370 so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, June 15th. Yesterday worked out pretty much as expected with some AM storms impacting the area, but fortunately not as a very strong complex of storms or even as a derecho, as the overall system kind of broke apart and weakened a bit before reaching the Annapolis area, though it did leave about 600,000 people without power on its path from Wisconsin and Michigan through portions of northern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and even through northern West Virginia and southwest Pennsylvania. But today will be a different story, with tons of sunshine across all of Anne Arundel County, with highs in the mid to upper 80s, with a chance for some overnight showers and thunderstorms, with more mid to upper 80s Thursday, though that will come with clouds and an ongoing chance for additional showers and storms, some of which could be strong or severe, as a couple of frontal boundaries will move through the region, with hot temps on Friday with highs upper 80s to mid 90s for most, with another small but valid chance for more showers and storms as skies remain unsettled for one last day, ahead of a very nice weekend across the entire mid-Atlantic region, with sunshine and highs upper 70s to lower 80s both Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. Definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, June 15th through Sunday, June 19th. Go to the socials for AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Streaming today at noon, Kensington Studio Sessions will drop episode 115. The song Firelight. The group is Dirk and the Truth, which recently played at the Cape St. Clair Strawberry Festival and also the Maryland Chicken Wing Festival, and they're one of my favorites for years. They will share it on Kensington Studios' Facebook page, and then I will share it on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook page. Live music for tonight, Wednesday. Scott Voorhees is at Senior Chili Cantina in Arnold. Acoustic Night, hosted by Nate Finn at Knights of Pythias in Edgewater. This week's guest is The Experience. Nate and Jim Acoustic Duo will be at Eastport Democratic Club. You must be a member or signed in by a member to attend. Music returns this Wednesday to Tuscan Prime in Annapolis Town Center with Levi Stevens. Under other things to do tonight, yes, I list them too on the daily schedule. A Jar Open Mic Night with Jimmy Davis will be at Metropolitan. Thursday, Get to the Point for Dan Haas. The Thursday concert in the MRE that we've enjoyed for years, Tides and Tunes, is back at Annapolis Maritime Museum this week, and kicking it off again this year is Sweet Lita with Ricky Wise on the drums. Andrew Bell of Brave Noise will be on the patio at Smashing Grapes in Annapolis. Charles Cavusi will be at Reynolds Tavern. Nikki Stacy will be playing the acoustic night at 1771. Michael Kay of Pretty Big Deal will be up at Gary's Grill in Severna Park. Irish Traditional Sessions will be at Galway Bay with Peter Bryce on Thursday. And if you are a fan of Irish festivals, there's one this weekend just at the line, the Penmar Irish Festival. I may be popping in to give away a free pair of tickets at Galway Bay tonight, so be there. Weekend music. Friday night, start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. Greg Viola of Mad Planet Band will be at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. Sharon and the Edge will be at American Legion, Post 175 in Severna Park. Richard Hayward will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Park Life will be at Brian Baru. Scott Himes and the Music Room will be at Rams Head Roadhouse. Nate Finn and Jack Shank are back at Annapolis Market House. Starbelly will be at Annapolis Smokehouse. Orlando Phillips will be bringing the sounds of the Caribbean to Sullivan's Cove Friday night. And the Friday night concerts return to Goshen Farm in the Cape. Kicking it off is Guava Jelly and Allison Tomes. Here's a treat. Dean Rosenthal's four-piece racket will be at 49 West Friday night. Saturday music. Middleton Tavern has 2 floors of free music. Upstairs Piano Bar has Ben Heemstra of Ben. And downstairs has Major Company. Big Money Band will be at Dark Horse Annapolis. Chris Button will be at Broadneck Grill in Edgewater. The Loose Cannons will be at Brian Baru. Daphne Ekman will be at Reynolds Tavern. And if you missed Bands in the Sand last weekend, you get the chance to see Misspent Youth again. They'll be up at Twain's Tavern in Severna Park this Saturday night. Sunday, happy Father's Day. Take Dad to brunch at Ram's Head Tavern with Tom Lagana Jazz playing, or to Gary's Grill in Severna Park, where Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be playing. If you let Dad sleep in and miss brunch, Aaron Hawkins will also be playing later down the road at Mother's in Arnold. Doug Segree will be at Senor Chili Cantina in Arnold. The West Street Revival returns to Stan and Joe's on West Street. This band has PJ, Neil, Brian, and more in it. And Jazz at the Mez Dinner Concert Series returns on Sunday to Cafe Mezzanotte. It's an outdoor concert that you do need tickets for. And if you make it over to the shore this Sunday, you'll find Dana B at Libby's, which used to be Hemingway's. A Classic Case will also be at the Jetty. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. I'll see you out there.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.